It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's James in at the shooting guard position. James covering. Takes the three. Korkmaz grabs the miss. Pass to Papagiannis. From past the arc. Fall with the rebound. James covering. Can't connect from short range. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And it's blocked. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. A three off the inbound. That one doesn't go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Satoransky wide open. He fires. Knocks down the three ball.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Here's Calathes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Calathes has got 5 now.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Calathes grabs the board. Brown outside. Good. Great play by Calathes to set it up.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Parker. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Brown with a screen on Satoransky. The shot's good. 7 points in the game. Calathes has gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Parker, a screen on James. No one covered.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Satoransky bounce pass. Here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
James with a deep three. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Now here's Satoransky. He's covered closely. It's good from long range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Calathes, no luck.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Pass to Fall. Rolls from the top of the key. Yes, that goes in.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Puts up a deep three. Unable to get that one. Brown the pass to Papagiannis. Here's Korkmaz, covered by Parker. 59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. James, good.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
James has gone 2 of 4 from distance tonight. James covering. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Calathes kicks to James. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. James has got 9.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
First one falls for him.
At the line for two.
Good on both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock, and the call will be against Hernan Gomez. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
20 seconds left in the first quarter. Misses off the inbound.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
Here's Papagiannis. Brown deciding where to go with it. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Diallo out there at Corniche, and it's Maniunas in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's a Kobo. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Anderson. Here's Abrinas. Shoots the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Abrinas has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. There's the 3. Not going to go that time. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Provitola off the mark there with the three-point shot. The 3. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Pass to Medu. Stolen away. Here's Laprovitola. Takes a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Abrinas has got 6.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Maniunas sends a screen for Diallo. And that time, also a missed shot. Anderson, wide open, connects from three-point range.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Diallo. Now Maniunas. This one for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Good on the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Lets it go with the 3. And it's a Kobo missing.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's a Kobo. No scoring in this one. Count that one.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. From outside the arc, Corniche with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
From deep three-point land, the shot no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Abrinas with the bucket. Abrinas has got 12 in the game.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
Diallo with it. Guarded now by Anderson. Back to Diallo. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Pass to Medu.
That should not be legal.
Never seen it.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
Oh, my
but confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Here's Abrinas. 12 points for him. Throws it up high.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Diallo. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Diallo's got 4 points now in the quarter. There's the triple. 20s with the rebound. 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. 7 points in the game.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection. And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
Here's a Kobo. One second left. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Up 11. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
They're moving at a high speed. When they get in space, they really push the pace. Makes them hard to keep up with.
Yeah, several times. Now let's take a moment. And that's all for us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Satoransky. We've got Satoransky. Hernan Gomez out there with Parker, and it's Fall in at the center position.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
We've got Brown. Korkmaz is out there with James. And it's Calathes in at the point guard. Satoransky has screen on James. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from three, and he's pretty good from there.
James, no good. James has gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go, around 37%. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Here's Calathes. Satoransky covering. Calathes gets the bucket.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
And James picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Didn't think that was going to go in. He's got 10.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Here's Calathes. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Team foul.
Tries a 3 off the inbound.
And they're trying to stretch that lead out with the three-point shot, but their percentage hasn't been what they'd like it to be here in the second half.
Brown outside. Fires for 3. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And here's James outside. They get the rebound. Brown kicks to Papagiannis. Hits the 3-point bomb. Papagiannis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. James covering. And here's Hernan Gomez outside. Rebounded by Papagiannis. There's Brown with the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Brown's got his second bucket tonight.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Into the lane. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Here's Satoransky. Nailed from three-point land. Satoransky's got 11 points.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to Papagiannis. Brown outside.
2 minutes remaining.
And then Brown with the dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
You got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Here's Papagiannis. Cranes the three-pointer. Papagiannis has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Parker sets the screen for Satoransky. Over Kalathis. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Pass to Papagiannis. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. James defending. No good from outside.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you've got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
4 seconds left, and he sinks the layup. Satoransky's got 15 points.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
No one near James. Beats the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big time shot from him there.
And that's it for the third quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Medu is out there with Anderson. And it's Vesely in at the 5 spot. Alcobo's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Here's Abrinas. Lets the 3 fly. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Here's Abrinas. Pass to Vesely. Back to Abrinas. Here's Medu. Clock at 6. They get it again. Vesely kicks to Abrinas. Knocks down the 3 ball. Abrinas has got 6 points in the quarter.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Moniunas. The three. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Abrinas, and he's good on the 3-ball. Abrinas has got 21.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Corniche, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys, well, during the break, I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. Now, he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Pass to Abrinas. From the arc. Fires the 3. That is no basket. That's number 3. He has made 11. Here's Korkmaz. Brown outside. In the corner, it's Kalathis. Pass to Papagiannis. For the 3. The rebound by Medu. Medu's got his 5th rebound in this one. Vesely, and Vesely slams it in.
Great power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Shot from the top of the key. The rebound by Anderson. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Here's Abrinas. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Korkmaz. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
And James picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. There's 1:17 left in the 4th quarter. Abrinas with the bucket. Abrinas has got 15 points here in the second half.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
No question who's been in control of this game.
Boy, they have really taken charge here.
There's 53 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Brown. Here's Papagiannis. Offensive rebound. Outside, James. Beyond the arc. Hits the 3-point bomb.
3.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Abrinas. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. He's off on that one. And so they get the victory here at home. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage, and they're
Holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Back to Hernan Gomez. And he goes in for the dunk.
The young Spaniard, Hernan Gomez, a good finisher around the basket.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Fall.
Old team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Fournier from deep three-point range. Satoransky with the steal. Here's Parker. Basket's good on the assist from Satoransky.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition and no one's on you, great shot there.
Fournier covering. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. Yeah, guys, Coach mentioned how Domantas Sabonis can be a game wrecker in the paint. Coach told me we need to get big bodies on Sabonis and force him outside, make him move around. We need to knock him off the blocks if we can. So it sounds like the defensive game plan may revolve around Sabonis, guys.
And Allie, thanks.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Fades away, and it's in there. Outside Fournier. No good from outside.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Gets the 3 to fall. And Gomez has got 5 points.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Now here's Fournier. And Metu pulls it down.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Hammers the lob through.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, at 6'7", Fournier, bigger than you think when you see him on TV, so in close range, able to finish.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And here they come. They set the pick. The 3 ball. There's the triple. Connects from downtown. He's got 5.
Yep, there's a reason why Fournier takes a ton of threes. He's pretty good at it.
Parker outside. There's a screen by Metu. Parker, and that's good.
An excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
Pass to Vizenkov. Fires from deep. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And they're pushing it up. Fournier for 3. Sinks his 3rd bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
No hesitation from Evan Fournier.
Fournier's got 2 of 4 to fall from deep. Here's Parker. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
He gets it in there.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
There's a screen by Metu. Parker outside. Beyond the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Parker's got 9 points. 2 for 1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
Knocked loose.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Here's Vizenkov. Misses the 3. Vizenkov's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Here's Metu. Lays it up and banks it in.
I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
Here's Fournier. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
I got to look up in the dictionary. How do you say composed in French? That's what Fournier was.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Fournier covering. The 3-pointer off the mark. A deep 3. And that's not going to go. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Leading by... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here.
First team foul.
Here's Dorsey. Nails it from 3.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Has to fall. Launches it. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Peters. Jacks up a 3. He drops it from range.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. He's got 5. Well, we got a close game here in Cleveland. Pass to Evans. Down low. Here's Dorsey. The 3 is up. That shot missing. And they're on the run. From downtown. No good there. An opportunity now for them to get back on top.
Yeah, they've kept it within arm's length. Now they need to make a play.
And the three-pointer goes.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
The 3 is up. Gets the 3 ball to go.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Here's Evans. Still no points. Takes a 3. Peters, no good. Peters has gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Outside, Anderson. 3-pointer. The shot won't fall. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Evans. To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense.
Oh, that was incredible! Oh, my goodness!
Yeah.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And this has been the story for them so far. They've been lights out from range, particularly in this quarter.
Anderson covers. 1:36 left to play in the first half. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. The shot by Dorsey, no good. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. They get it back. Out to the right wing. From deep. It's not going to go for him.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
There's the 3. Sinks it from distance. Dorsey's got 6 here in the quarter.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Fires the 3. Counted from distance. 11 points in the game.
Now he's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the second quarter after coming up dry early.
The 3. The shot by Evans, no good.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Here's Vesely. There's the drive. Off target at the rim. And this is where they've struggled.
Yeah, the half court has not been kind to them. Let's see what they run.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Peters. Unloads. And doesn't connect. That miss makes him 2 for 5. 3-pointer, no good. Here's the 3. That shot, no good. That one is off. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They lead by a bucket. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
36.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for...
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Man, you got to like what we're seeing from Evan Fournier.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Here's Fall. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
For the away team.
That one's no good. Up top, Parker. Metu, pass to Parker. This one for 3. Drills it from deep. Parker's got 12.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Buries it from 3. He's got 5.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
And that one's good. Zinkov.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Fournier for 3. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Metu. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Covered by Satoransky. And that one's good. Zinkov's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Papanikolaou. No made baskets yet for the lead. On the wing, Fournier. Lets the 3 fly. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
And Fournier has that ability to become a flamethrower.
And it's blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Fournier covering. Pass to Parker. Ooh, stolen by Fournier. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Nails it from beyond the arc.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Here's Satoransky. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Satoransky's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Zinkov. Parker defending. Pass to Fournier. The wide open shot is on the money. Fournier's got 21.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
There's the triple. That shot's good by Parker.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Here's Zinkov. 12 points for him. Pass to Fall. Here's Zinkov. Launches it from deep. Minute 32 left to play in the third quarter here. Top of the key jumper, no good. To the inside. Parker passes to Satoransky. Pass to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. And good. Coming on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his 4th assist in this one. To the left side wing. There's a screen. And here is Fournier. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. On Monday, then on Thursday.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
All sorts of time. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. He has 7.
Yeah, there was a lack of intensity in the first half, but these teams have now turned it up.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
He buries it from 3.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. This one for 3. The shot off that time.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Great open look there. Dorsey's got 9. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
The visitors with the ball. 2-point game. Evans. And it's off from 3-point range. Inside.
A great read between those 2 guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These 2 teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. And so after 3 quarters of play, some great offensive output in this one. It's all tied up. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the 4th quarter could have more action in store for us. Launches a 3, drops in the 3. Evans has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Driving inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop them.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. Making him 5 for 10 now. Jacks up a 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Peters. For 3. Sends it home from 3-point land.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Anderson gets the bucket.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Dorsey. They set a pick with the drive. Here's Peters. 5 to shoot. They get it back. Pass to Evans. The 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 4 rebounds now.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Down low. Oh, it's stolen. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the 4th. Out to the right wing. Here's Peters from the arc. Pass to Dorsey. There's the 3. Drains the triple.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
Lets it go from deep. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
Cutting into this lead, they're well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Missed inside. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Dorsey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Ball passes to Anderson.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Substitution on the court.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Peters from downtown. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Outside Fournier. Here's Evans. Fires from deep. Hits the trifecta.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Wing shot on the way. And it's Dorsey with the rebound.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Parker outside. No good on the three. Here's Dorsey. Pass to Evans. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Fall. Evans has gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go. Counted from distance.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
That's tipped. And here's the fast break from deep three-point range. No luck on that one. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The shot by Fournier, no good. Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
And there's the screen. And they're on the break. Puts up a 3. That shot off. Here's Peters. Fires from way outside. Off the mark. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Fournier. Here's Vezenkov. Kept alive. Round with it. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. And when I asked Coach about his top priority of this game, he said, without hesitating, containing Sabonis. He added, he's a skilled low-post player who plays with a lot of power. And when he's not scoring, he's making plays for his teammates. So the defense has its work cut out for them. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Now here's James. Pass to Korkmaz. Back to James. Korkmaz kicks to Calathes. 6 to shoot. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Korkmaz, no good. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Vezenkov. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Papagiannis from downtown. He can't hit that time. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Fournier for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Fournier's got 6.
When Fournier gets going in transition, he's a blur. Hard to stay in front of him when he gets going.
There's Brown with the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Fournier. From outside, off the mark. Here's Calathes. He's got 5. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
That one's good. Vezenkov.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
James outside. Papagiannis passes to Korkmaz. Jacks up a 3. Fall with the rebound. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter.
Team foul. Calathes. First personal foul. First team foul.
Fournier gets a wide open look. Pass to Vezenkov. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. He's got 11.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Papagiannis. There's the drive, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
29 seconds left in the first. Pass to Fall.
you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all three. Over to the wing.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Checking in for the away team, number 12, Keenan Evans.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. From deep, James. Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Papagiannis. The three-pointer is right on target. Papagiannis has got 7.
And both teams here in a nice rhythm offensively, and that really says as much about the lack of D as it does either's O.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
They got Corniche, and it's a Kobo in at the 2. Here's the 3. Shot good by Diallo.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Diallo out there with Corniche, and it's Moniunas in at the center. There's a good screen. Dorsey, good on the three-point shot.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
First personal foul, first team foul.
On defense, the visitors. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Peters. Off target from outside. A steal. Lets it go with the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, and the defense there looking lost on that play.
He takes it in. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. A three-pointer, no good. To the right side. Here's Corniche. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. And they're moving it up. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Diallo. And the 3-ball is good. Diallo's got 6.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Pass to Dorsey. Takes the 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Peters. No good on the 3. Here's Corniche. And here's Diallo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
2 shots.
Diallo hits them both. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Moniunas. From deep. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Peters. hasn't made one yet. Sinks the three-pointer. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now here's Diallo. To the middle. Here's Manajunas. On the jam by Manajunas.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Cornish. Covered by Evans. Driving in. Pass to Okobo. A three-pointer off the mark. We've seen them struggle on the half-court offense.
I had a coach that once told me sometimes guys just try to self-will it too much. Whether it's getting out on the break or scoring in the half-court, you've got to do it as a unit. And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
From past the arc. Diallo, no good. 43 seconds left now here in the second. Was shot by Dorsey, no good.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Okobo, that's good.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
With the drive, and the layup's good off the glass. Dorsey's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Okobo. In the corner, it's Diallo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. It's tipped. Now Dorsey. He has 5. They set the pick. For 3. Sinks the triple. Dorsey's got 8 points.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. They lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And that about wraps it up. And as
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. They've got Fall, and it's Papanikolaou in at the 3 spot. Here's Vazenkov. No good from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Kalathis. Here's Papagiannis. Launches it. Connects from three-point range. He's got 10, and not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Now, here's Fournier. 6 points for him. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. That one's good. Vazenkov.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And James throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others. That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Here's Kalathis. 5 points in the game. There's the 3. Carries it from three-point range.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
It's up a 3. Pass to Fall. Fournier for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Fournier's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Now here's James. The tray. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Drills it from outside.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. And a miss there on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Korkmaz. Launches a 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Korkmaz has got 6 points. Korkmaz has gone 2 of 4 shooting from 3-point land. Here's Papanikolaou. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes.
Outside Fournier. To the left wing. Fires the 3. It's good from long range. Papanikolaou's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. James against Fournier. Papagianni. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to Vezenkov. There's the screen. Shoots over Brown. That one's good. Vezenkov. 16 points for him.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Galathis kicks to James. Shoots the 3. That one misses.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Vezenkov. Off target from 3-point range.
He just keeps firing away from distance. I know he's trying to get himself heated up, but at what cost?
Pass to Galathis. The screen from Brown. Here's Korkmaz. Hands it from downtown. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Vezenkov. He's covered by Brown. Here's Fall. Clock at 6. Fournier for 3. Galathis grabs the board. Here's Korkmaz for the lead. No good. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Up 1. Don't go anywhere. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Corniche is out there with Diallo, and it's Moniunas in at the center, filling out the middle. The fadeaway, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Pass to Dorsey. Just 5 to shoot. And that's good for 2. Frank, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Moniunas has the open look. Good on the triple.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. And you don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. The 3 hits it from 3-point range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Covered by Evans. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Over to the left wing. Dorsey drops in the tray.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Dorsey's gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 60%. Motiejunas sets a screen for Diallo. Pass to Motiejunas. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. James, no good.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
Pass to Dorsey. There's a good screen. Fires from deep. They get it again. It's Evans on the wing. Here's Vezenkov. The rebound by Akobo.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Motiejunas, no luck. Here's Vezenkov. James defending. And the rejection by James. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. To Okobo. Three-pointer. James, no good.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
That one's good. Vezenkov.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Dorsey, that's good.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up. Pigeon.
Fournier for three. And James pulls it down.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
4-on-3 break. There's the triple. Buries the long-range jumper. Vezenkov's got 6 in the quarter.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Out to the wing. 5 on the clock. This one for 3. Motiejunas grabs the miss.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here. You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Dorsey. Milutinov, covered by Motiejunas. Fournier for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, you've got to corral Fournier on these pick and rolls. I mean, he just knows how to pick the defense apart if you don't.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know,
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Shoots a fadeaway. Kept alive. Pass to Parker. Now here's Satoransky. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here he goes. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
The 3, James. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. And he comes up with a bucket.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
It's Brown on the wing. Here's Kalathis, covered by Satoransky. Back to Brown. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. 4-3. That shot is off. James outside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Now here's Satoransky. Gets the three to fall. He's got 5.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
James up top. Here's Calathis. The 3 is up. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Here's Vesely. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Korkmaz, good.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Brown with the steal. Korkmaz on the wing. Parker defending. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Here's Korkmaz. 5 points in the game. The 3 ball. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got 4 rebounds now. Parker outside. Fires for 3. Pure from 3-point range. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
To the wing, right side. Here's Vesely. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. To the right side. Fires the 3. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got 5 rebounds in the game. Fades back. That's his 3rd basket and 5 shots. Solid work.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And there's James from the arc. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Parker. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. He's got 11.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Pass to Korkmaz. James outside. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Calathis. From deep. Knocks down the triple. Calathis has got his 2nd basket on the night.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Check by James. Yep, that one goes.
Well, you gotta love the finger roll. Always looks so smooth.
Here's Calathis. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. They're up by 6. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Anderson for 3. Over to the left wing. Here's Metu. Ooh, basket interference.
Coming on the floor for the away team, number 21, Fabregas.
Pass to Corneli. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Anderson with a screen. From behind the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Fires the 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, that's basically a warm-up three for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Pass to fall. And he lobs it up. It's stolen away. Here we go, one-on-one. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And he dunks it down.
VA, I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And he buries his first look.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
For three, Diallo. It's hauled in by Fall. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Metu. Picked it. Fast break. Here we go.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
And he lobs it up top. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Diallo gets the bucket. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And a strong finish with two hands.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
From outside, off the mark.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Jacobo, no good. Here's Metu. Yet to see a basket. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2. Diallo with the ball. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. That one's good for 2.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Covered by Diallo. Takes the 3. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Let's go with a 3. A shot, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
There's the drive.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's the 3. Anderson pulls it down. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. There's 47 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Metu. To the middle. The jump hook. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Give him 8 points now.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Here's a Kobo. An easy 2 on the layup.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Buries it from 3.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
For 3, Diallo sinks the tray. Diallo's got 10 points. 11 seconds left in the first half. And rejected. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up 5. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Guys, how about our Eastern Conference winner?
If you look at his production at the point guard position, balancing scoring and playmaking, just like my man.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the visiting team.
Watching them.
That does it for half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Parker outside. And on Gomez up top. Here's Vesely. Satoransky outside. Puts up a deep three. James with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Throws it down despite a man right in his face. An opportunity here to make it a three-point play.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Parker. And Parker throws it down.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is.
First personal foul, second team foul.
And James launches it from deep. No good on the quick three.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And a minute played as the second half gets going.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
It's not going to go for him. Takes a three. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for three.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Good on the second one. And he nails the third. Parker outside. And Parker throws it down.
A bit undersized. His hops make him a legit small ball 4.
For three, James nails it from three. James has got 6 points.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Here's Vesely. Check by James. Satoransky outside. Puts up a deep three. Doesn't go for him. Well, we got a close game here in Los Angeles. Here's Calathis. They get it back.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Hernan Gomez. Foul called. Looked like the D didn't get there in time. And he'll shoot free throws. First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
And there's James from the arc. And Parker pulls it down. James has gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. From outside the arc. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
That three's off the mark. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Puts it up from 12. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. Brown with a screen. To the wing on the left. And the three-pointer goes. Calafis has got 9.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Satoransky with the steal. Here's Vesely. It's James on the wing. 6 points for him. The 3 is up. Yep, that one's good. Give him 8.
Well, coach isn't going to like the theatrics there. He had more than enough time to get a stable base, but he made it anyway.
Satoransky left side. And stolen by Brown. Here's Calafis, covered by Satoransky. For the tie. Fires in the triple. Calafis has got 6 in the quarter.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Knocks down the long J.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Offensive rebound. Back to Brown. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Pass to Satoransky. And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
For 3, Diallo.
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Leading by 3, and we'll return shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Pass to Metu. Here's Fall. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Diallo right side. Here's Matajunas. Pass to Corneli. Shot clock at 5. They set the pick. Here's a Kobo. On target from range.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Driving in, and that one is stuffed right through.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Covered by Diallo. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for the away team. Parker. Cody.
Here's Corneli. Parker defending. Here's Matajunas. Three-pointer off the mark. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Covered by Diallo. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Give him 20.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Going inside. Oh, my goodness.
What a dunk.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Fader on the way. The shot that time not on target.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Here's a Kobo. Offline with a three. Pass to Parker. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Just 5 on the clock. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Pass to Akobo. Here's Matajunas. Diallo outside. Three-pointer. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true. Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big-time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Tries it from the top of the key, and he sinks it. 44 seconds left in the game. Pass to Akobo. It's tipped. To the paint. Covered by Diallo. Driving inside. Here's Fall. Launches it. No luck on that one.
Second team foul.
11 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Brown. Here's a Kobo. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one.
everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Hernan Gomez out there with Parker, and it's Fall into the 5 roaming the paint. Sinks the three-pointer.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. Hernan Gomez covering, and the call will be against Hernan Gomez. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And so here's the home team. Here's Papanikolaou. No good on the quick three. Parker, right side, takes a three. Fall with the rebound. Here's Vezenkov. Hernan Gomez covering. Fall passes to Fournier. There's the pick. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside.
Well, you love the leap that Fournier has taken in this area. This guy a very dangerous shooter.
Here's Parker. The teardrop falls in.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Satoransky covering. Out left to the wing. They get it back. Hernan Gomez kicks to Satoransky. Bangs home the trifecta.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Now here's Fournier, a three ball. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Satoransky, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Shot clock at 6. Here's Fall, and he goes in for the dunk.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Buries it from three-point range.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity. Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Here's Vezenkov. Off target with his three. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Plays it up and banks it in. He has 5.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
1:35 left here in the first quarter. And he drives in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Fader on the way. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
There's the 3. Satoransky grabs the miss. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 4 from distance. Parker passes to Hernan Gomez. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate. Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Now, here's Fournier. He's got 6. Here's Vezenkov. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Pass to Papanikolaou. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Whoa, the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Here's Vezenkov. And he's good on the 3-ball. Vezenkov's got 9.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Snatched away. Fires from deep. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Up by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Bring us with a bucket.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
They've got Anderson, and it's Vesely in at the center position. And he can't jam it through.
Oh, not a good look there, guys. No one near him, and he still flings one off the rim.
On Friday, and then on Sunday. Here's Laprovitola, covered by Evans. Here's Meadows. It's good.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Fires from the wing. Rebound by Vesely.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
To the left side wing. A 3. That shot off the mark. One-on-one here. Laprovitola passes to Medu. Vesely with the ball. It's Abrinas top the key. From deep. It's hauled in by Dorsey. Abrinas has gone 1 of 3 on the night. From past the arc, here's Peters. Here's Milutinov. That shot is off.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Here's Laprovitola. Got a hand on it. Evans feeling it out a bit. Here's Peters. Oh, good on the triple. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Laprovitola. Still without a basket. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Dorsey. Good. Nice job down low. Dorsey's got his first points of the night. Here's Abrinas. Anderson inside. Oh,
wow.
Goodness. Where did that come from?
Holy goodness.
That was beautiful. Now Dorsey inside. Pass to Abrinas. Takes the 3. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Peters with the bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
1:46 left in the first half. Lets it go with the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Peters has got 6 points.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Abrinas, plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Here's Dorsey. Rebound by Vesely.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Shots good by Lepro Vitola.
No defender within 5 feet of him, just inviting him to shoot the three. That's a dangerous proposition.
Here's Dorsey. Fires the three. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 5.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Peters. Three-pointer. No good that time.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Dorsey. First personal foul. First team foul.
.26 seconds left in the first half of the game.
And after that hot start from outside, they've cooled off a bit here in the second quarter.
The numbers in their favor. Puts up a deep three. Abrinas' shot is off. Pass to Peters. With 1 on the clock, connects, the jumper drops. Peters has got 8 here in the quarter. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They're up by 5. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Well, I think for the home team, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the visiting team.
When you look at how...
And that concludes...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Papa Nicolau in at the 3. Fall passes to Satoransky. From downtown, knocks down the 3 ball. Satoransky's got 10 points.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
They've got Fall. Hernan Gomez out there with Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the point. Here's Vezenkov. Takes a 3. Another shot. Pass to Fall. Jacks up a 3. That one's good. Vezenkov. He's got 12.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Papa Nicolau in at the small forward position. We've got Hernan Gomez. He's out there with Parker. Falls out there with Satoransky. Fournier gets a wide open look. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Well, Evan Fournier staying on the move and working to get that 3-point opportunity. Nicely done.
They've got Fall, and it's Fournier in at the shooting guard position. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And it's Parker in the corner. Releases from 15. Basket good. Parker's got his second bucket.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Parker out there with Hernan Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the 1. Pass to Vezenkov. Bounce pass from Hernan Gomez. That one goes in.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Oh, good with the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Puts up a 3, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Here's Satoransky. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Pass to Vezenkov. Will it go? He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And here is Parker, who started by Fournier. Parker's shot is off. Parker's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Here's Vezenkov. Pass to Fall. And he dunks it down.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Satoransky looking around. Stolen. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Cloak loose. He had stolen by Hernan Gomez.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Fall. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
Taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. 1:58 left here in the third quarter. Launches it. The offensive rebound. Connects from three-point range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Lets it go from deep. Fall with the rebound.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Vezenkov. He nails it, and we're tied up. Vezenkov's got 18 points.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And he knocks down the first one.
Cody, 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
1:10 left in the third quarter. Pass to Peters. Now Evans for the lead. Sinks the triple. Evans has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Out to Parker. Missed the chippy right there.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Peters misses.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
The first one falls.
The line for the away team. Cody, 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
There's a screen. Evans kicks to Dorsey. 11 seconds left to play in the third. That 3 off the mark. It's tipped. It could go. And it's, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Oh, and that's a monster shot to close out the third.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Leading by just 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Medu is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then there's Anderson. And it's Lavro Vidala in at the point guard. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Evans kicks to Dorsey. Three-pointer. scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Abrinas the pass to Anderson. Here's Laprovitola. Takes it off the glass.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. It's just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Here's Peters. Evans outside. Here's Milutinov. Pass to Dorsey. They set the pick. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Anderson passes to Laprovitola. No good with the layup. Provitola's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. There's the triple. They grab their own miss. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
The kick out to Anderson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Here's Dorsey. Pass to Vezenkov. Puts up a deep 3. That shot off. Covered by Evans. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Abrinas with the bucket.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Abrinas has gone 5 of 10 from the floor.
Away team foul. Cody, 2nd personal foul. 1st team foul.
And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Here's Evans to the wing on the left. Now Dorsey.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Back to Evans. 5 to shoot. Pass to Fournier. It's blocked. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
From outside the arc, that shot is no good. His 5th miss now in 12 tries. Here's the screen, wide open. No good there. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Grizli passes to Abrinas. For 3. The long-distance 3 is buried. Abrinas has got 8 points in the quarter.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
For 3, Fournier. A 3-pointer is right on target.
Well, the seasoned pro, no letting the defense impede his progress in a clutch moment. Nice.
Covered by Evans. Down low. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. For 3, Fournier. Rebound by Vesely. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
35 seconds left in the game. To the paint. Evans outside. Here's Vezenkov. Fires for 3. Connects from downtown.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Takes it inside. Got it!
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And this is it, guys. Down one, they've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Picked them clean. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost.
Greetings from 2K Sports. Welcome to our Wednesday night coverage of the NBA. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Ali LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And there's James from the arc. The rebound by Vizenko. Here's Papanikolaou. Shot is up. And that one's good. Vizenko.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Kalathis. The three. Fournier with a rebound. Here's Vezinkov. Sinks it from distance. Vezinkov's got 5.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Fournier for 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Off target from 3-point range. Fires from deep. Knocks it down from distance.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
James, that's good.
Guys, just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's Vezinkov. 5 points in the game. Over to the wing. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Fall. 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Takes the 3. And that one's good. Vezinkov. Give him 8. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. For 3, James gets the 3 ball to go.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game. This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
It's James on the wing. Fournier covering. The open shot by James. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screens.
Right side Fournier. There's the triple. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Fournier's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Here's Korkmaz. No good. That would have tied it. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Fournier. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
Outside, Brown. To the inside. Here's Kalathis. Still without a bucket. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Here's Vezinkov. Off target with the 3.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the 3-point line.
James, that's good. James has gone 3 of 4 shooting from 3. Pass to Vezinkov. There's a screen. Fires the 3. Hits the 3-pointer. Vezinkov's got 14 points for the game.
He got right into the flow of this game, hitting 5 of his first 7 shots.
For 3, James. Unable to get that one. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Brown. Here's Korkmaz. And he banks in the layup.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Vezinkov. Let's go with a 3. Hauled in by Brown. James deciding where to go with it. And that misses. That would have put him up. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Leading by 1. And the second. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them. When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Peters. Three-pointer. Connects from downtown. Peters has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Matajunas. Here's Diallo. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Pass to Evans. There's a screen. Fires for three. The rebound by Diallo.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
From behind the arc. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Here's Peters. Pass to Dorsey. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. There's the three. Peters' shot is good. Peters has got 6 points.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
And he drives in. Right wing. Diallo on the wing. Here's Matajunas. Three-pointer. To the wing, right side. Cornelie. He drops it from range. Cornelie's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Evans. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. From downtown. Offensive rebound. Here's Peters. He has 6. Here's Dorsey. Drills it from deep. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Diallo outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Diallo's got 11 here in the quarter alone. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago. Here's Evans. Out to the right wing. Clock at 4. And the three-pointer goes.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
Here's Diallo. Ooh, finishes with style. A double clutch jam.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Diallo. .116 left to play in the first half. Pass to Dorsey. Shot from the top of the key. 4-3. Nails it from 3. 6 points for him.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
For 3, Diallo. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
44 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. That shot wide open. Evans has got his first 3 points of the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Peters. There's 21 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Evans. There's the screen. Here's the three. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. Back to Diallo. Just 3 on the clock. Can't get it to drop. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
35.
Man, we've talked about it so much, hard to believe we're almost an all-star weekend.
I'm interested to see which new faces.
Gotta get these fellas some allergy medicine. They're clearly allergic to the paint, and it's a problem.
Aren't you sponsored by an allergy medication?
And that's it for halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. From deep three-point land, it's hauled in by Fall. Fournier for three. Six to shoot. Pass to Vezenkov. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Takes a three. Can't hit that one.
Using his size to full advantage. He beats everyone to the ball.
For the lead. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one. Vezenkov's on 5 of 10 shooting from long range. Here's Kalathis. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Brown with the steal. James left side. This one for three. The rebound by Vezenkov.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
Puts up a three. James with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Fires the three. Korkmaz, good. Korkmaz has got his second basket of the night.
Well, they get one to drop. A little relief after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Check by James. On the wing, Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. And that one's good. Vezenkov's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Pass to Fall.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. The shot by Fournier, no good. Fournier's gone just 1 of 5 from deep here. Here's Korkmaz. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. Korkmaz has got 10 points in the game.
Nice, clean bounce pass. Sometimes the fundamentals are all you're going to need.
Launches a three. Balled in by Brown. Here's Kalathis. No points so far. James outside.
Home team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Korkmaz. From the arc. The shot's good on the assist by James. Korkmaz has got 11 points here in the second half. Here's Vezenkov, defended by Brown. To end the run. knocks down the triple.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
The three ball. The shot misses.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Fournier for three. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 4 rebounds now. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. On target from range.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Here's Vezinkov. A quick shot there. It's off target.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
The shot by James, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. These are his first free throws of the game, and he makes a first. Both good from the line that time.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
To the middle. Here's the steal. Here's the break. The pull-up jumper. That one doesn't drop.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. James passes to Korkmaz. Shot is good. Off the back rim and ends. Korkmaz has got 15.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
They grab their own miss. Fournier for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
There's 6 seconds left in the third. Here's Korkmaz. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And there's a 3-second violation. On Friday, and then on Thursday.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Here's a Kobo. No good with the triple. Inside. Here's Peters.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Dorsey. To tie it up. Connects from downtown. And it's a tie ball game.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Diallo. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Here's Evans. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. And Dorsey gets it to go.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
For 3, Diallo fires in the triple. Diallo's got 22 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. To the wing on the left. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Diallo. Oh,
Yes.
Whoa.
Throw it down.
Oh.
And the double clutch jam wows the crowd.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Mata-Yunus. That shot, no good. Oh, swiped away. Begaron. Ooh, poked away.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Dorsey's got 9 points now in the second half.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
And I think this hometown crowd is in shock as the visiting squad fires right back with a three of their own.
And stolen by Diallo. 1:46 left in the game. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Evans, that's good. Diallo with the ball. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Here's Dorsey. Pass to Evans. From deep. Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Kobo gets the bucket.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Here's Dorsey, covered by Diallo.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Pass to Kobo. Diallo outside. Here's Kobo. Diallo left side. Clock at 6. Mata-Yunus. Money.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Pretty much they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
Here's Dorsey. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Evans. It's off. Pass to Corley. Jacks up a three. Money from deep.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This was a hard-fought